Nothing like feeding time, is it? Oh, this is what you call real Welsh weather. This is Ceredigion in Wales, and I'm at my niece and her husband's small holding, and this is to give you more of a general sort of look as to what there is. As you can see, lots of hills, lots of mountains, and lots of slopes. They moved in approximately around about 11 months ago. Bo, I have to watch Bo because he likes to go wandering, and he's not used to this area, so he would easily get lost. There's a lot of potential, but there's also a lot of rock. So the ground is quite sparse at the top here. As you can see, the rock is actually jutting out of the ground. As we go down the paddock, which is over there, beyond the caravan there, then it gets better. We believe there's a red kite pair nesting in the trees there because they've been taking some branches into there, so hopefully they might be nesting, and they are a pair keep flying around this area just here, as well as obviously a lot of others. Bo! Vic! Bo! Don't go wandering. Stop. He's he's a naughty boy, he really is. He likes to go wandering too much. So let's I won't take you up there. Big massive bank of solar panels up there. In fact, I'll take you up there. Here we go. Right, climb the hill. Lots of vetch flowers. Nice rowan in flower there. Lots of red clover. Right, so there we are. This is the burn pile, apart from the chairs, of course. Bo, come on. And the big bank of solar panels. There is, hey, Bo, there is another driveway there, but it's got to have some work on it. The centre's got to be dug out, because it's been allowed to grow too high, and then the banks have got to be taken in a bit, but there'll be a digger hired for that. No manual labour. The neighbour's also got a nice big solar bank of panels. Come on, Bo. Lots of oh, ladies Fremantle. Lots of heather, gorse, and lots and lots of bilberries. When they moved in last July, there was lots of bilberries, and I was eating bilberries for quite some time. So come on. Lots of seedlings tree seedlings growing up everywhere. Not that you always want them, but some of these might get saved and transplanted. Come on, Bo. Bo, you also have lots of little conifer seedlings coming up everywhere too. They're going to be sorted, and the ones which they want to keep are going to be kept, and the others will get chopped off. And yes, there's also lots and lots of brambles. When they brought it, it was overgrown when they moved in July last year. Very overgrown, and it had been left to its own devices, you might say, and that wasn't looking the best. But we've been gradually cutting it all back. Brambles and the willow bay herb was getting on for 5.5, 6 foot tall, and there was big clumps of bramble like this everywhere. So that's gradually being cut back, as you can see. Bo, come on. Conifers growing everywhere. Nice rhododendron. Bo, come here. Rhododendron growing there. Bo, you won't get a biscuit. Bick. That always normally brings him back. So this is the main drive at the moment. This drive was cut out of the stone, out of the rock. And yes, down the bottom there, that's sort of flat gravelly area. I believe they call it a scape. There were mines, Bo, in up the top there. And Bo, come on. And that's where the flood water came down. The water was pumped out of the mines. Bluebells around as well. I've had quite a few bluebells. They want to keep as much of the trees and naturalness of the site as possible. They don't want to get rid of it all. They want to preserve it, keep it looking Elaeagnus. That's what happens to a variegated Elaeagnus. They do revert back to green. Bo, as I said, Bo wants to go wandering. A couple of fruit trees were put in, but we found that when we put them in, they are struggling. That one, the pear not so much, but that one, which I believe is a cherry, is struggling, but it's holding on. But there's only about 6 inches of soil down there. I think it's better once you get down the bottom there. The caravan has been completely stripped out inside, re-insulated, plasterboarded, decorated. Everything's new. The weatherboarding and a new roof put on to give it more insulation and keep it and make sure it's definitely watertight. And there's new windows being fitted, and there's another door to be fitted. But one of the things they found is that the chimney, come here, the chimney leaks, unfortunately. Just after having a new wood-fired burner put in last year, the metal corrugated building there is, I think, coming down. There's Bobby and Jarvis. Bo, come here. Bo. Bo. Come on. That's a boy. The broom. There's this orangey red one and this yellow one. Bo, come here. I don't want you falling down. There's quite a drop there. I don't want him falling down there. This is the other caravan, which is fairly good. It's too close to the house. They are thinking about seeing if they can move it, but it's going to be a mammoth task trying to move it. Bo, come on, this way. So this is the top area. Got some building materials there still, and then that's the pile to go to the tip. There are some old fruit trees here, which at the right time of year I'll come and prune and try and get them back into shape. And there's a large clump of conifer and mixed deciduous in there. This large stand of conifer there with, we think there's an, as I say, they think there's a red kite nest up there. Some salix which will be kept, which is good. I'll keep that and use the wood as cordwood. And you can see how it banks and it flattens off, banks again. All the time you're going rapidly downhill, flattens off, then rapidly banks downhill. So all the cutting of the willow bay herb and the brambles which were here, this was absolutely covered. The whole area you can see from the driveway bank down, which is there, right the way down here, into them trees, to where the grass starts there, right the way down, follow the grass line, down to there, right the way down to the bottom there, where it suddenly drops there, into the bit of woodland piece over there, under the trees there. All of this was getting on for 5.5 to 6 foot willow bay herb. Yes, it's got a beautiful pink flower, but it's seeds everywhere, and it's a bugger to get rid of. But hopefully when the sheep get down here, which are up there at the moment, you can see the bank from the back garden. It's quite steep, so it's coming down, 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 down. Not quite sure what happens in the woodland there, whether it goes down again. We've not got to that. There's a brand new fence been put along here. On the other side, the fence is a bit ropey, so that's got to be looked at as soon as we can get to it, hopefully in the next week. My job today is to carry on brush cutting. I did use a wheeled trimmer here as well, and a long handled, you could say rip hook or bramble rip, and it's to get rid of that pile there and then get into that area over there and try and get rid of some of that. And I might even, if there's plenty of time, I might even tidy up that salix just here and just there. But it's absolutely, considering what the day was like yesterday, you saw in the video, torrential rain, you couldn't see the hills for the rain. It's as far as Wales goes, it's a glorious day. Well, there's another section done. All the cuttings are put in along the back, and it'll make a brushwood hedge of some sort, but it's ideal for birds to nest in, voles, mice, and there are common lizards here. They get on the rocks now and again, you can see them, but like all reptiles, they're very fast to move out of the way. There's a big pile there which has got to be moved over to there of cuttings, and unfortunately an even bigger pile there that needs moving, but we'll get round to that. Bo says, right now, Dad, I want to go and get a cup of tea.